Okay. The fuck is this? Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Hello, people. I got here just a little late. I'm still setting everything up. Hello, everyone. I did see the start. I haven't missed anything. I just missed the start of getting this started. Hello, everyone. All right. Everyone hears me fine? What the hell? Oh my god, it's a dream. Okay. When else was she a cop? I don't remember that episode. Okay, I am confused. All right. I am working on like something for the like title card for the video in between commercial breaks for the moment. So don't be shocked if I am slightly distracted. I will be with you pretty quickly though. I just have to change out a couple of numbers, which is slightly more effort than I'd hoped it would be, but why is that blue not the right shade of blue? I'm confused. Okay, March 29th. That would be in large font. Try 66. 66. Enter. Ooh, I think I might have got it on the first, almost the first try. So close. Actually, wait, how much is it? I need to make this slightly smaller, correct? No, larger. Okay. One more degree. There we go. Perfect match. Okay. Did anyone notice that in talk with Chester and Keown and Mark that the flash shoot was the season 1 OG? I did not. I was kind of distracted. I was still laughing from the Mark Dream thingy, so I missed it. But uh, interesting. Almost be with you guys. Almost. Just adding thumbnail. There's something there. Yeah. Okay. Making sure that's saved. Okay. Cool. All right, looks like we're back. Sorry I didn't catch up to the chat there. I'll try and catch up to it when there's a second. I actually don't know. How do they know? Now I want cheese fries. I want cheese fries now. Sadly, you won't be able to get to see the episode until tomorrow because you live in the UK. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. What's that weird clear substance you're drinking that your body absorbed nutrients from Pepsi? Clear Pepsi. It's clear Pepsi. There's a Pepsi Clear. I trust me. Wait, why is monetization off? Fuck this site. There we go. All right. Ah. Oh, those look delicious too. I wonder if they have those in Canada. When's the next GeoGuessr tournament? Do you mean the next Rainbolt one, or do you mean like in general? If you're asking when the next Rainbolt one is, no idea. He has taken another leave of absence. If you mean in general, there's tourneys almost every day somewhere. I should be playing in one on Saturday afternoon. Has been slow news year for random mutant human attack. When our who knows the hell happened there? It's like one commercial got overwritten by another. That's weird. How's everyone doing? The episodes. How is everyone enjoying the episode so far? It's all right. I was a little distracted in the first 5 minutes, so I might have missed a thing or two. I did see Chillblain's little like dream there. That was pretty funny. Okay. My God, this is a long commercial break. Pretty excited for episode 909, but sad there's a 2 week break before it. Yeah, it is what it is, right? They've gotta have a break to like line up with the end of the season being in late May. Got a Cisco reference and a Diggle reference. They keep talking about cheese fries, damn it. I want cheese fries. Hey, the bar that doesn't exist anymore. Hello, Jordan. Where the hell is that? The SkyTrain station right behind it. Fuck is this? This location's gonna drive me nuts because I don't know where this is and I know it's outside. I mean, I'm mostly sure it's not far from the studio, obviously, because there's a lot of places around there to be. LOL, so many people are in this stream and also Ben's stream at the same time. Oh, is Ben doing one? Oh, what am I doing, Gio? Guess our duel is live on stream again. I probably will do it Saturday, even though there's no Rainbolt tourney. But I can't say with 100% certainty because since there is no tourney on Saturday, I have no real need to do it before then. I might still do it because I think I might. There's a tourney starting a little later in the day, like 12:30 my time instead of 11 o'clock my time, and I might actually compete in that one. So if I do, I might do it like say 10 Pacific, 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Pacific. But I can't say with 100% certainty at this time. It's a few days away still. Have an idea. What if they have to use the power of no? Dear God, no. No, Jordan. No. No. All right. Cut to chat for a moment. Let's see what's going on. Flashverse is doing one. I thought you said Ben was. It's Flashverse that's doing it. Did you see the Superman and Lois episode? Yes, I saw it this morning. I'm caught up on Superman and Lois. I'm caught up on Gotham Knights. Um, not that open. I can hear myself. There we go. Do you think it's cobalt blue in the hood? No. Did you miss anything? I have no idea. All right, we are back. Hmm. Maybe it is cobalt blue looking at those eyeballs. But this is way too soon for him to come in. See, he's not even in this arc. That doesn't sound like something I would do, Kata. This is a weird episode. Yeah, of course he does. Damn! This is the most awkward thing this show has ever done. It's like the most awkward thing I've ever seen in a superhero show. Agreeing with Mark and Keown is funny. Mark can't just keep his shirt on. Holy fuck is this episode dragging on? All right, I'm gonna say it. This has been a huge disappointment. I thought Nicole Main's coming in would like add some adventure to the episode. This has been almost as weak as episode 6. Ugh. Who do you think the hooded figure is? Some character. How am I supposed to know? I don't know. I don't have the script. I actually want to hear what Ben and Flashverse are saying. So they had any witty insight. But a Cecile is the one in the hood because every time that person in the hood shows up, Cecile is missing. Nah. Ugh. I don't know, guys. This is a pretty weak episode. Hello, Eddie. Welcome. Daddy Likes the Metal episode is better than this episode and last episode. Yeah, I mean, last episode's one of the worst there was. This one is only 20% better. Are we back? Nope. Sad face. Yeah, this episode, I can't figure it out. Yeah, neither can I. It is exhausting to follow and not interesting. Like, Iris has been really good this season, and this is like 9 steps back from all the progress they made on her character. Like, I'm supposed to believe that Iris all of a sudden is like worried that people are like talking behind her back. Come on, man. Such long commercial breaks. I don't know if that's for the best or the worst. All right, we're back. Well, that threw whoever's theory that was out the window. The fuck? Oh my god, this gets more stupid by the minute, man. Holy shit. Thank you, commercial break. Oh my god. Uh, I don't have any words for this. This is just exhausting, man. This is. I know this sounds insane, but I actually think the Keown and Mark stuff was the only thing in here that wasn't boring. I really was excited for Dreamer coming back. I was like, oh, Dreamer's a good character. This will be fun. Jeez, man. This is an actual tire fire. All right. I don't even know what to say, guys. I missed a few chats because I think I just like zoned out of it. Let's see what there is. Be funny if Destro came back and killed everyone to make this episode more entertaining. Can't wait for Cecile to get her new costume. Yeah, eventually she will. Can't wait for Flash to devote her head. What is the Hood figure in? Is her mother? Well, it wasn't, but I mean, that would have been as good a theory as any because it was the dumbest like reveal ever. We're all sitting here being like, "Oh, this is going to be something interesting," and it's a fucking character no one's ever heard of that like has no connectivity to anything. All right, we're back. It's Bebo under the hood. Oh god. What a waste of her character. That's the most unenthusiastic hi I've ever heard. What is that sweater top thing she is wearing? Like that looks like it's not finished. They're gonna need to microwave that food. So it looks like another shitty episode. Oh my god. I do not. I don't have words for this, man. That was atrocious. Nicole Maines should deny that she was ever in this. Oh my god. What am I doing here? Yeah. Um. Okay. Uh. Anybody got something to say? Your rating is 3 out of 10. I think that's a fair rating, honestly. I don't have any words for this. I just heard Ben give it an 8.5, and I had to reply in the chat. Yeah, I saw that, Kata. I'm mentally drained from this episode. I sincerely am. I'm honestly, I am exhausted from that episode. I don't know what else to say about it. Give me a minute to catch up, guys. I'm just going to post that I'm doing the live chat part now. Whew. I can't remember the last time an episode's actually like worn me out. I don't. It's not a feeling I'm used to. All right, give me 20 seconds here, guys. I am almost there. All right. You know what? No, I need like a minute break. I just want to go to the washroom and grab a drink before we get going. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I am back. I will have the face cam thing on in a second. I'm just still pouring my drink. Yeah. All right, so be brutally honest, guys. I assume you've also watched Superman and Lois and Gotham Knights this week. Out of 10, score each episode that you've seen this week. Gotham Knights, Superman and Lois, The Flash. We'll start there. We'll start with that, and we'll see where it goes. I'm just curious if I am being too hard on this or not. If your scores on like Superman and Lois and Gotham Knights are close to what I felt those episodes deserve, then maybe I will feel like my score on this is also just. All right. We have our first score here. We have Gotham Knights 5, Flash 6, and Superman and Lois 7. Interesting. Okay. We have a Superman and Lois 9, Gotham Knights 8.5, and the Flash 3. Okay. All right. No, I am still streaming. I almost pressed end broadcast. Oops. I don't watch Gotham Knights episode, but Superman Lois is an 8.5. All right. Gotham Knights is a 5. All right. Superman Lois, I'll say it was an 8. Gotham Knights a 5. The Flash a 4. Interesting. All right. So for me, I would give Superman and Lois. We have another score here. Superman and Lois 8.5, Gotham Knights 7.5, Flash 6.5 to maybe 7 if I'm being nice. You're being very nice. You're being very nice. Jordan said the Flash 0 out of 10. I mean, it's not good, but it's not that bad. All right. My scores, man. Okay, Superman and Lois still solid. I would say 8.75. I could hear an argument for a 9. I gave last week's a 10. I could hear an argument from someone for a 9 on this episode, and I'd be like, you know what, fair enough. But I'm giving it like an 8.75. Gotham Knights is about a 7. I could hear someone's argument for like slightly above 7, and I could hear anyone's argument for it being slightly below 7, but about that range. This episode, I got to give it like a 4. I still think last week's episode is worse than this one, but let's be honest, this is also a bottom 10 episode. Interesting question. Okay. Remember, was it last season or the season before we had the episode where Cecile goes crazy and she's like in the psych ward and all that stuff? Did that episode come after the Allegra episode or before the Allegra episode? I'm trying to remember if they were back-to-back episodes. Because I'm trying to think right now if this is the worst back-to-back episodes the series ever had. And that's the only other combo I can think of that could compete with that. That's a tough question, actually. All right, let me see what else chat's been saying. I'll go back to like 6 o'clock and I'll work my way through it because I'm sure I'll catch up to chat. Sorry for all the people that chatted during the episode. I was so exhausted by the episode. I really didn't I didn't keep up very well. Let's see what we got. 6 o'clock. All right. That episode was trash. I'm sorry. I agree, Eddie. I can't believe what just watched. Not even Daddy Likes the Metal can fix this episode. I also agree. All right. The pilot Batwoman destroys this episode. I kind of agree with that. Gotham Knights is looking a lot better than this final season of The Flash. I don't yet agree with that because that first 5 episode arc wasn't bad. Yeah, there was some choppy moments in it, but I feel overall those 5 episodes were better than what Gotham Knights is giving me right now, but that's not saying that it's like blowing it out of the water. The only good thing about this episode was Mark leaving. Well, if you feel that way. The season is a joke, is so far as a joke. I kind of hear you. I hear you on that one, yeah. It's like a Turkish version of The Flash. Are these writers and showrunners not wanting to find work after this? It feels like they gave up just there for the money. 3rd season 60s Batman did it better. Wow. that is a mouthful. It is a bad episode. I will give you that. I honestly feel like I'm dreaming. I wish I was, because at least I would have woke up from it eventually. Why are we getting filler episodes? Because they need to save money, Janelle. This happens with every show, especially considering this is their final season. There was always going to be filler episodes. That unavoidable. If you want the end of the season to have any oomph, you were going to have this gap in the middle of the season that was going to be. I don't think anyone went in thinking like episodes 6 through 8 were going to be amazing. No one went in going, well, these are going to be the best episodes of the season, because we know they have to save money. And we know when you save money, you're watering down your product. But it's been awful even for a money saver. Like, it's like going to the dollar store because you're tight on your budget and all you're going there to do is get a Pepsi. And you get to the store and they don't have Pepsi, they have no-name cola. And you're like, oh, I really need a cola. And then you get the cola, you open it up, and you find out it's just colored water. There's not even any flavor in it.
Yeah. I understand they have to save money. I know we're going to get episodes that are going to be slow on action because they need to save money. But this was awful. Just awful. I feel so bad for Nicole that they dragged her into this. Just what a waste. What a awful waste of a character. Ugh. Um, I don't know what the writers were thinking when they made that episode. The Flash Supergirl crossover singing episode was better than this one. Flashverse gave it a 6.5 to 7. Wow. I think, I mean, I understand Ben giving it a high score because he's a Supergirl fanboy and he got his Kara reference in the episode. So I'm not surprised to hear that from him. Ben or Flashverse giving it a 6.5 to 7. I mean, I don't know what he liked about it, but it is what it is. What did I just watch? Another boring episode. Yeah, it was. I thought this show couldn't get any worse. Boy, were you wrong. Well, yeah. So no big fight or no big investigation. Nia could have stayed in National City. I did love the fact that Kara and John and Brainy are off-world. Well, they had to explain why none of them could be there. Yeah, there was no investigation at all. These are two reporters, and there was no investigative angle. We didn't get Nia doing anything reporter related. We didn't get Nia doing anything action related as Dreamer. Why was she there? Someone explain that one to me. So far, I read that. I think it's fair to say Arrow's last season is way better than the Flash's. I can't believe Eric Wallace looked at the episodes, and this would be great for the finale. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. And I thought Arrow really had some shit junk in the middle of it with all the future kids garbage. Eric Wallace was watching too much Star Wars. Okay. Episode was trash. Yeah, that drink better be Pepsi. It is Coke Zero Cherry mixed with regular Pepsi. Next week, the Flash looks very repetitive. Yeah, I mean, you want people to come and watch your episode, and you don't show anything of the Flash in his costume. Makes me think that costume's on the shelf again for another episode. Which that would be 3 episodes in a row. He wasn't in the Flash costume last episode, right? I know he wasn't in this one. So that'd be 3 episodes in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Like, did the suit get ripped at some point and they like had trouble stitching it together? Like, why? All right, getting into the part where you guys were giving your ratings. All right. Yep. Okay. All right. I lost my spot. Where am I? Batman v Superman was better than this episode. Well, it's also a movie. Superman Lois was a good episode, but it was just depressing with the cancer storyline, and the Cushing family drama was annoying. All right, I can understand that. I still think it was a good episode, though. Flash 7. Sorry, I changed my score. Oh, okay. Sorry you didn't like the episode, CG. Well, neither did anyone else outside of Ben and Flashverse and like 2 other people. That's fair because tonight's episode was so draining. Usually I would love a Flash episode when it's exciting, but this episode I couldn't understand it. Yeah, that's the other problem I had. I don't get the episode. I know how egotistical and self-centered this sounds, but I consider myself smarter than most of society, and I don't get what they were doing in this episode. Usually I can at least understand, and I'm like, well, they executed it poorly, but this made no sense. It was just trash. They were back to they were back to episodes. Cecile was first, I believe. So that was back episodes 2. Okay. What is a worst 2-episode arc? The Cecile Allegra story from last season or season before, whenever it was, or these last 2 episodes we've had? Let me know. It was interesting in 908, but after I was interested in 908, but after the promo, it looks boring. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I might not do a live watch next week just because I don't know if I want to go through that again live, right? Like, I have to sit here and pretend to like be focused on it, and it was just exhausting. Like I told you guys tonight, like I missed a bunch of your comments in the chat because I was so taken out of it, man. I don't know if you saw my comment from before, but Keone was looking more like Caitlyn in this episode, especially at the end. I did see that comment. I just didn't react to the comment. Like I said, I missed a few of them in there. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. I can see that, yeah. I enjoyed the episode, but I think it was more that I just enjoyed seeing Nicole Maines back as Nia Dreamer than for the episode itself. I know that's a low bar, though I enjoyed the moments basically. All right, I mean that wasn't enough for me to be impressed with the episode. I was really excited Nia was coming back, and they literally gave her one of the worst episodes the show's ever put together. And her storyline made no sense. It was just garbage from top to bottom. Who gives a fuck about some random chick from 100 years ago that's not connected to any of the Arrowverse stuff? Does anyone know about this Dreamer fucking backstories thing? Does anybody, I'm including Supergirl fans in this, does anybody know who the hell this chick was supposed to be? Why? Why do we have a whole episode dedicated to finding out about this stupid nobody? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Some of you watch Supergirl. I'm sure of it. Was this character even ever mentioned in all of the time Dreamer was on the show? And why are they talking about her on The Flash? If this character never comes back, this is more of a waste of an episode than it already is. Because why even fucking introduce the character? What the hell was that? And she didn't say anything. Never spoke a word. Beatrice had more lines than her. Can't wait to see The Flash in season 9 meets Michael Keaton's Batman. Okay. 6-packs are back. No. I do have a 12-pack. No 6-pack. 6-packs are too expensive. So based on next week's episode, is that an Iris and Barry episode dealing with time travel? I have no idea. I was so unfocused from the episode, I don't remember much about the trailer. Looks like next week's episode is another Groundhog Day episode. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't just me that got that vibe. Okay. CG, does this episode make you nervous for episode 9? No. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I think it'll be epic, world changing, but I am 100% confident it'll be better than this. We wasted a whole episode on pointless stuff when we could have gone to Jenna and Sophie played the episode. Okay, sure. Cecile and Allegra episodes were bad, but these episodes are so boring. Yeah. The Cecile episode for me is still to this day one of the worst things the Arrowverse has ever made. I understand what they wanted to do with it, but they missed the mark atrociously. The Allegra episode, I know a lot of people hate the Allegra episode. I was indifferent to it. It's not one of the worst if you were to ask me. It's not good, but it's not one of the worst. But that Cecile one was awful. She turned everything into ice when Mark left, just when they were starting to become friends. But I get why he left. He didn't want to hurt her anymore. Yeah, I mean, he'll be back. He's a season regular. Nope, never mentioned on Supergirl. Okay. Great. They dragged the character no one's ever heard of, even from her show, in. Great use of your time, guys. Awesome. The CG they gave us the episode to focus on her because she is going to come back on Superman and Lois. What? No, she's not. I was right about the Iris being invited to brunch with Ryan, Cara, Nia, and Alex from episode 5 setting up a callback in this episode. I think that was not a hard thing to predict, but yeah, okay. Yeah. Superman episode was better last night than this, but Lois having cancer is tough storyline. Oh, it's 100% a tough storyline, but they're doing a very good job with it. All right, I'm at the moment caught up to the chat. So let's change directions. I'm going to put a poll up to find out what we're going to talk about next. Oh, yeah. Why not? Is there a way to set the timer on this, or does it just like randomly have a time? No. Okay. We have a question in the chat. Let me know what you want me to talk about next while I get StreamYard open on my computer because I forgot the whole time. Right. Okay. I'll give you guys a minute to give your opinion. I have one person on Twitter telling me they thought the episode was fantastic. One person telling me that it was pointless. Lance just gave a pair of eyeballs at me. I don't know if that means he agrees or disagrees. One person asked me what happened in the episode, and another person apparently didn't watch it. So, okay. All right. How's our poll going? It looks like we have a very large lead. Okay, looks like we are going to be talking about probably Superman and Lois. I'll give you guys like 30 more seconds. I just, yeah. Looks like we have no one new coming in to vote. All right. Superman and Lois. All right. Superman and Lois time, guys. If anyone comes in and they drop like a super chat for the Flash, I'll go back and talk about that. But for now, we're done talking about the Flash because we all need a break from it. Let's take on something a lot more cheerful and happy. Lois's cancer storyline. So guys, if you have not watched last night's Superman and Lois episode, we're probably going to spend 5 to 10 minutes on this, and then we will work on to something else after that. So I don't know, go watch a YouTube video or something and come back in 10 minutes, maybe more. We'll see. So last night's episode, I watched this morning because last night at the time it was on, I felt like I might not have time to watch it, so I just decided not to, and then had to watch it later. And it was a strong episode. Like, obviously, I think last week's episode is the strongest, and it set up a lot of things because of the emotional tug of her reveal at the end. But this episode, I really think, paid off some of that. We get to see her kind of procrastinating on taking care of her health. And I actually felt that was a very Lois Lane thing to do. If you ask me, to describe Lois Lane, I'd be like, she's someone that would put her career ahead of her health. And that's exactly what we got from her. So I think they did a very good job with having her kind of find any reason there is to not go deal with this. And like they put that one line in there when she was when Clark was at the clinic, and he's like, I'm here for Lois, and they're like, oh, she left, and he was all confused, and they're like, a lot of people do this the first time. So I think that's true. I think there's a lot of people that they hear that and they kind of don't want to deal with it when it comes to that. So yeah, I think they've done a very good job at keeping the storyline realistic, but not being something that's going to yet trigger people too much. I think there will come a point where we get to that moment where she is going through the actual battles with it, and that might trigger some people. But we have a super chat here. Hello, Scott. How are you? Do you think the sickness storyline is unnecessary? What did you think of The Mandalorian episodes 3-5? No, I don't. I think the sickness storyline is perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with it yet. We're literally one episode really into it, so ask me at the end of the season. As for Mandalorian, I have not watched the last couple of episodes. Are they really up to episode 5? I know I've watched episode 1. Have I missed 4? There's no way I've missed 4 episodes. Okay, I've definitely seen episode 1. Oh, I've definitely seen episode 2. So I guess I'm missing episodes 3, 4, and 5. So I'm 3 episodes behind on that. Wow. I've kind of forgotten about it because it doesn't come on like at a normal time. It comes on at like midnight, right? So it's not a thing where I'm sitting down like, oh, I have to watch it right now. By the time my service that I watch things on after the fact uploads that, it's yesterday's news. Whereas, The Flash, Superman, and Lois, they're on accessible channels I can watch right away. So The Mandalorian has kind of like slipped in the background. I've forgotten about it apparently. Yeah, I apparently I'm 3 episodes behind on it. I guess I have something to do later. But how you doing, Scott? Welcome. Where am I in the chat? I'm looking for Superman and Lois comments because that's what we're working on at the moment. Are you the only one that was happy when Lana slapped Sarah? You probably were. I'm not saying she didn't deserve it, by the way, because that was a really, really, really off-top comment to make. But you also can't go around hitting your kids. Doesn't matter. When I was a kid, yeah, you can get away with that. You can't get away with that in 2023. You just can't. So yeah. I really hope they don't drag this cancer storyline out for the whole season. I think some people, it hits too close to home and will drop the show. Oh, 100% it hits too close to home for some people. I saw people, the moment it came out that was the storyline, literally being like, I love your show, but I can't watch this because of this. I think they knew. I'm pretty sure they knew when they were going in, they were going to have some people that had to back out because of the content. I am very sure they understood that. But long as I think they do a great job with it, I think it is something that eventually, when people aren't dealing with that anymore, they can come back and watch and be impressed with. You love the Kyle and Chrissy scene at the end. All right. I see. Okay. We got some, what are we calling them? Kryl or Kissy. Kissy. That's what I said. Kissy. That's their shipping name. I like Superman and Steel team up. I thought that was cool. Yeah, we don't get to see that nearly as often, eh? We have 2 more episodes left. Wait, there's only yet 7 episodes of Mandalorian this season? That's weird. Scott says 3 more episodes, so you guys are going to have to fight this out. The real question everyone should be asking is what happened to Sam's Hawaii shirts? Huh? I don't understand that comment. My question is, how did Sarah get out of home without activating the new security system? We don't really know how it works. All we know is that people can't come in whose voice isn't on the thing. I mean, she could still probably leave. I know there was that whole line of like, oh, does this keep me in type thing? But at the end of the day, you still have to leave at some point. So, I don't know. Bruno Mannheim worked with Luther. I predicted this. Okay. And hello, Destroyer. Welcome. I don't know if you were here earlier. I think this is the first time I've seen you in chat. Like when Jonathan was fighting his way through those guys and his friends was flying through, knocking them out. It felt like a video game scene. His friends. Yeah. That was a hard scene because in one instance you're like, oh, we know Candace's dad stole the vehicle. We know it. We all know. But I understand Candace wanting to defend him and being offended by him making the accusation with no proof. But at the end of the day, we all knew. Like, I think that's always going to be the case from the second that we saw what a loser he was on the front steps there. I really want to see like Jonathan just knock him right out one day. Lex Luthor not coming till the back half, right? Yeah. Superman and Lois' first 3 episodes this season have been very strong. I think the start is stronger than season 2, and that was pretty great start also. Yeah, I kind of agree. That second episode, the one where we have that big reveal, is gonna go down as one of the top episodes of this series. And yeah, episode 1 was strong. Episode 3 was strong. Yeah. Jonathan's girlfriend's dad is such a trailer trash. Yep. I don't understand why Jonathan is with her. Well, just because he's a terrible person doesn't mean she is. Yeah, she's done some bad things, but sometimes people slip up and do stupid stuff, and as long as they turn it around, it is what it is. Sarah's way out of line for saying what she said, but I really understand where Lana is coming from because not everybody can handle all that responsibility. Yeah. I think Lois's cancer will be a villain in this season. I heard on the direct, could be wrong. Huh? Let me try and read that over again. I think Lois's cancer will be a villain in this season. I heard on the direct, could be wrong. Okay. I don't know what all of that means. I mean, I understand the villain part of it, but yeah. That after credit scene of the Flash was so damn unnecessary and could have been just a regular scene. I'm so sorry about that. Scene I just got here. Oh, hey Rob, welcome. I've already forgot what the after credit scene was, Rob. Not gonna lie, that episode was so bad I've tried to purge it from my mind. How are you doing though? Welcome. Well, Lois obviously doesn't lose her hair based on your set photos. You don't know what wigs look like, Scott? That could be a wig. That could be a wig. It was there the whole time. I was there the whole time. Oh, were you? I'm so sorry. I didn't notice until now. They really have nothing for Kyle this season. Yeah, I mean, it's small town Kansas. They're just there's not a lot going on. Find it very hard to believe that Kryptonian technology can't help at all. Why? Have they ever, at any point in any show's existence, ever said that Krypton as a cure for cancer? I don't remember hearing that ever. What do you think about Sarah running to her dad and being angry with her mom before the slap? In the time we have been watching this show, it's kind of been evidently clear that Sarah is more gets along better with her dad than her mom. So it is what it is. In any relationship where there's two parents that are no longer together, child almost always chooses one over the other. Even if they like both parents, they still choose one over the other, right? I honestly thought Jordan killed 2 guys when they were fighting the guys that stole Jonathan's car. That would have been a storyline that would have went over like a box of bricks. Sarah was in her room when Lana was trying to apologize for slapping her. She was. Clearly, she went out the window. The person in that tank at the end is they hinting at Doomsday. Yeah, I think Pagey said that same theory. He thinks that Atom Man's gonna become Doomsday. Or whatever their version of Doomsday is. What if Candace's father is working with Bruno? Well, that would be interesting. Hello, Cal. Welcome. Also, I said subscribe. I said to like and subscribe to your channel. Thank you, Destroyer. I usually see that, but I missed that one. And your ratings were Flash 7. Wow. Okay. Superman and Lois 8. Gotham Knights 5. A bet I made with a friend have to all 12 episodes. A bet I made with a friend have to all 12 episodes and Mandalorian 6 and John Wick 4 10. Okay, I understand all your ratings, but I don't understand that one like little line where it's like a bet I made with a friend to have all 12 episodes. I don't quite understand what you're trying to say there. A word or two is missing, but I get the part about the ratings. Okay. Jonathan's girlfriend's dad is the very definition of douchebag. Yeah, I would enjoy punching him in the throat. All right, I have a super chat here, 642. All right, you recommend seeing John Wick 4 in theaters? Yes. It's really long, right? Yes. Runtime is close to 3 hours. Do I feel the runtime? No, actually, I didn't, which is amazing because I did with the Batman, and their runtimes are. What was Batman's runtime? Give me a minute. 2 hours and 56 minutes for the Batman, and John Wick is 2:49. So 7-minute difference in runtime, and I did not feel that in John Wick. I will say this: there are a couple of scenes in John Wick they could have trimmed down. 100% they could have trimmed down a couple of these scenes. There is no reason for it to be 2:49. It could be 2:35. But those 14 minutes that they didn't trim down, you don't hate it. there's never a point in the scenes where you're kind of like, man, I wish this was just over. There are 3, maybe 4. Let me think. Okay, there are 4 long scenes in this movie, but they are so action packed that you are more focused on just the amazement of the scenes than the runtime of the scene. That's all I'll say. We'll talk John Wick in a bit, by the way, guys. So if you have not seen it, I will put that off till as late as possible. But I am going to talk about it a bit here with spoilers. But we'll talk about that as late as possible to give everyone a chance to like hang around for a while. Where was I before that? 642, I said. Okay. Were there any scenes this episode where you saw them shoot? No, I haven't seen anything between episode 2. And I haven't seen anything between episode 2 and episode 11. Superman and Lois rarely films downtown. Wait, or are you talking about The Flash? I don't know which show you're talking about. If you're talking about Superman and Lois, no. If you're talking about The Flash, also no. Next thing you'll see from The Flash for me would be the episode 9 stuff. Bless you. Thank you, Eddie. I've done the same sort of thing Lois did in the episode with my own medical issues. Nothing life-threatening like cancer, but did get told I would go blind in one eye if I didn't get eye injections. I can understand that. I do that all the time. I mean, literally look at my teeth. I could have got these all probably taken care of several years ago in one shot, but I'm a bit of a chicken shit about it. So I only get them taken care of when they become a problem. I have done that probably myself. I probably like when my eye, this is my good one, has a couple of times had like little vision times where it gets a little off, and it needs to be bad for like a month before I'll finally go to the doctor and be like, hey, I just want to check in and see if like, my eye is okay. After everything I went through with my other eye, I still procrastinate on my good one, so I understand that. Hashtag kissy, yeah. It was kind of bad, but an after credit scene with Frost feeling sad and feeling the freezing the food, seriously. That's not Frost, by the way, that's Keone. That was the scene, right? Thank you. I did forget about it. Sorry, I heard and said, think. Sorry, I heard and I said, think for the direct report, which said Lois cancer. I don't understand that anymore. I am so sorry. I do not understand what you're trying to say there. For the direct report. I don't know. I had to drink some water after tonight's episode. I had to drink something after that. Okay. Yeah. Understandable. Thankfully, the eye injections have almost completely reversed the issue, and the doctor thinks it will fully clear up. That's good to hear. Like I'm sure you can probably tell a little bit. Like this one, it's never. I would have to get like I'd have to get like major surgery done to get like that taken care of. And I was told like when I asked the doctor at the time, like, well, will it fix my vision? And he's like, probably not. It would be mostly for cosmetic reasons. He's like, but we can't say for certain. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to go through that procedure just to cosmetically fix it. Like, I freak the fuck out about stuff near my eyes, which is ironic since I had an eye condition, So, how am I doing? I'm doing okay, Kel. Welcome. Wonder how will they give Jordan a suit? He deserves it. I don't know. We will have to wait and find out. Who wins in a fight between Kyle and John Henry Irons? No suit or tech. Oh, John Henry Irons. Like Kyle's a fit guy, but John Henry Irons has what? Probably like 4 or 6 inches on him, and probably about 50 pounds of muscle mass. I'm really glad they didn't have any Jordan and Sarah drama. Yeah, I think they put that aside finally for now. I've never seen any of the John Wick movies, sadly. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Guys. Rob has somehow never seen a John Wick movie. Everybody in chat that has seen a John Wick movie, tell Rob right now how much he's missing out. Rob, I will go on record and say it's a 4-movie franchise. I will put it in my top 3 movie franchises. I would have to think long and hard where it sits, but it's probably for sure top 3. There is never a bad John Wick movie. There's not even any really bad John Wick scenes. Like, you can watch every movie and you could be like, no, none of that really needed to be like thrown out. I made a bet to watch all 12 Gotham Knights. Okay. The first cut of John Wick was 3:45. Yeah, I heard about that. It's kind of funny because this movie was itself pretty long. Very good, but pretty long. Lois could try and get rid of her cancer by getting powers. That would be the dumbest thing the show could ever do. Grant wasn't at the big set with the villains because he got COVID. Yeah, I heard. I kind of feel bad for Chrissy because she doesn't really have that much friends, and I think that's why she went to Kyle, because he's the only one that really understands her. Yeah, they're 2 lonely people that have like met up. That's how society is. 75% of relationships aren't because someone has a perfect like connection with someone over all of the same things. It's usually 2 people who are both lonely at the same time run into each other. They have like one spark of like something, and they're like, we're gonna make this work somehow. Yeah. I've only seen Superman and Lois and Gotham Knights, not seen Flash or John Wick yet. You don't need to see Flash. It was an awful episode. But you do need to see John Wick. John Wick's amazing. And how you doing, Mia? Welcome. Wonder if we get more story with Lana and her mom, because they mentioned her mom in the episode. Did they? I remember now they did. I don't remember the context of what they said. Yeah, I meant Keone, my bad. LOL, I blame Chilblain. Okay. Watch them. Never seen John Wick stuff either. You guys are missing out, man. I know. I'm waiting till my income tax to buy the first 3 on 4K. All right. I will say, if you can get there, you want to see John Wick 4 in the theater. It is not going to be the same watching it on a 50-inch screen or whatever you got in your house. Sure, it'll still be very good, but it's not quite the same. LOL. Even I have seen every John Wick movie. Yeah, I think most people now have. You know, when John Wick 1 came out, I knew nothing about it. Never went and saw it. It wasn't until someone talked me into seeing it. I can't remember how, but someone was basically like, "Yeah, you want to see this." And I saw it, and I'm like, "Oh, I want to see this again and again and again." I mean, I have watched probably close to every reaction video there is about the John Wick movie just because that first one is great. And by the way, I know some of you saw my tweet. I mean it when I say it. John Wick 4 is so good, John Wick 1, 2, and 3 kind of look like trash compared to it. I think John Wick 1 is an amazing movie. I think John Wick 3 is a pretty amazing movie. John Wick 2 is a pretty good movie. John Wick 4 makes them all look like trash. I said it. And a lot of that has to do with the long fight scenes, you know. And Donnie Yen in that movie is just wildly amazing. I'm trying not to talk about spoilers. We're talking Superman, Lois, and then Gotham Knights. Yeah, we've kind of touched most of the Superman and Lois topics, but if someone's got one, we can still bring it up. But maybe we'll start slowly moving into Gotham Knights. Kyle might surprise you, CG. He might use X Kryptonite and then might have a chance against Kyle. Well, you said with no superpowers or any like super suits or anything like that. That'd be a different thing then. You're the only one who likes when Lana slaps Sarah, George. Oh, you're talking to him from like 15 minutes ago. So I guess they'll have to insert Grant into that scene in post. Yeah, I don't know how it'll work, but we'll see how it works. Superman Lois, yep. That one scene was that Metallo that Superman was fighting. That one scene that was Metallo that Superman was fighting. Huh? Was Metallo in this episode? Okay, can you give me more clarity on which part you're talking about, Eddie? Because I can't remember that. It's sad an episode where Dreamer came back was awful. Oh God, I know. I thought I was actually excited. I'm like, oh good, Nicole Maines is going to be in it. It can't be worse than last week. And I mean, technically it wasn't. But if last week was like a 2 out of 10, this is like a 3.5 out of 10. I know I said 4 earlier, guys, but let's be honest. As time goes on, I'm probably going to change my vote. There's an article that Flash season name dropped Justice League. Yes, they did name drop Justice League. They name dropped a whole bunch of people this episode. They name dropped Cisco, Diggle, Justice League, practically everyone on Supergirl. Yeah. Christian Kyle might be the new Keon and Chilblain because Keon and Chilblain are two lonely people. Yeah, who knows? I can't believe Eric Wallace chose to do a Becky Sharp episode. I don't think it was a bad choice. I think it was just a badly executed. Yeah. Is the Kent family moving out from the farm? Who knows? Like going to Metropolis so that Lois has a better hospital. Nah, I don't know. Was Dreamer good in the episode at least? Hard to say. And I mean that sincerely, Scott, because the episode was so exhausting to sit through. I can't say I really have a good read on how her character like, she got a lot of screen time, and it was a bad episode. So if you really think about it, I mean, an argument could be said that her character did not help the episode. But I don't think that's on her. I think that is on the writing. The guy that was blasting the kryptonite is Superman before Steel showed up to save him. Wait, really? That's their version of Metallo? Is that what you're trying to say? Really? Oh, I didn't know that. This just shows interlude episodes are pointless. They're not pointless. They're just not what we all want because we want the show to be action-packed all the time. They have to have boring episodes in the middle to save money for the good episodes. They just have to. Mayor Hill is dead, and Dent is candidate for mayor. He's not going to make it because of the court and become Two-Face in the middle of the end of the season. Yeah, that was I didn't expect the mayor to die. I thought they had him under their thumb and they're gonna play him to the bone until something else came out. But yeah, they killed him off in the same episode where we find out Harvey, I mean, everybody knows he's going to be Two-Face eventually this season at some point. I just don't know how or when we get to that point. I find if a movie is great and holding my attention, I don't notice a 3-hour runtime. Yeah, I noticed that. This is one of the few exceptions to that rule. There's not a lot of movies I can say that are over 2 hours and 30 minutes that hold my attention the whole time, but this was one of them. Would you say this week's Gotham Knights episode was filler? Impossible to say. We are 3 episodes into the existence of the show. We don't know what pieces they brought up in that episode that are never going to lead anywhere down the road. There's still so many things every episode that are being laid out. We don't know where it's fully going yet. So impossible to say. That's something I don't think you can talk about until the season is over because we have no idea where all these pieces are leading. We got Harvey running for mayor in this episode. We got that kid that's that's got a thing for Stephanie, covering her tracks that episode. Is he gonna become a more relevant character in the episode or in the season? There's a few things that we won't know until more comes. Where that goes. I think there's still people expecting to see Legends this season because of that interview from a couple months back. There probably is, but you're never going to be able to convince them they're not in it until the season's over. They need to at least make the Borg episodes entertaining. I would have loved the Barry and Chilblain heist again. There has to be a limit on the powers. That's the thing, and I don't know how you do that and all that. Eric Wallace said he doesn't have time to wrap up Legends, but he has time to do these pointless interlude episodes. Yeah, of course he doesn't have time to do Legends wrap up. You know how much money that would cost them? They would have to get at least 2 or 3 of the actors in. They would have to also pay for the rights to those characters. That would mean you would be losing 1 or 2 of... I mean, the Nicole Maines one, they could have kind of maybe not brought her in and saved money there to put towards one. That's one of the 2 or 3. That means you're deciding not to bring in Oliver Queen or Keenan Lonsdale, right? You have to make your choices where that money goes, man. Do you want Oliver Queen, Keenan Lonsdale, Diggle Or do you want two legends that no one gives a fuck about on this show? Question mark. um, where was I? Did you hear Betty Ross is returning to Captain America 4? I don't even know who Betty Ross is, man. Is that an actor name or a character name? Seems Keanu had better luck with his fourth John Wick versus his fourth Matrix. I didn't know there was a fourth Matrix. I've seen part of one Matrix, so I don't even know what the second one is. I really hope Cobalt Blue is full villain and doesn't get redeemed at the end. Okay, I doubt he will, but we'll see. Also, I read a comment on the TV promos, which it released the promo of episode 4, which I read that Harper Row, the chick with blue streaks, and Stephanie Brown will be a thing. I don't think so, but okay. Oh, okay. I bet you were happy when the Smallville former mayor was killed in episode 2 of Superman Lois when you say that he should die. Yeah, I mean, fine. I'm noticing, by the way, right now, I'm really kind of losing my energy here pretty quick. I don't know how much longer this is going to go. That episode, honestly, I'm not joking when I say it. That episode drained me. CG, did Arrow have to save budget because they have less episodes than the Flash's final season? I don't know. I suppose that depends on their budget. Tonight's episode wasn't the best, but that one scene in the dream where Iris and Dreamer go to Jitters and Barry and Chester was working behind the counter, LOL. Yeah, sure, it had a couple of fun moments, but it wasn't. That doesn't make up for the other 35 minutes that sucked. Liv Tyler, who plays Betty Ross in The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. Huh? Liv Tyler, who plays Betty Ross in The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. Huh? Edward Norton isn't the Hulk in the Captain America verse. That's Mark Ruffalo's character. I don't understand what you're. I don't know. I don't. At this moment, I don't care, but I also don't understand. Carrie Kelly and Turner definitely going to be a thing. Previous comment. I hope not, but like I'm sure something's going to happen with one or two of those characters because it's basically a teen drama. Sure. April Fool's isn't for a couple more days, man. You are way too early with this comment. Way too early. Way too early. I disagree with you, Jordan. I think this is a god awful episode, horrible episode, almost as bad as last week's. How you doing, by the way? This episode of Superman Lois was an 8 out of 10. Fair enough. Right. Edward Norton was Hulk in the MCU before Mark Ruffalo in only one movie. Oh, I'm very aware. Yeah, I'm aware. Superman and Lois is a 9 out of 10, and Gotham Knights was an 8. All right. Slightly higher than the grades I gave them, but fair enough. Disagree. Dreamer stuff was interesting. Are you kidding? Okay. You're allowed to like it if you want, but this was awful. Just awful. The episode was pointless. The story was boring. Nicole's addition was just a waste of her character. They introduced that cloaked character in the promo And everyone was like, oh my god, who's this mystery character? It's a fucking character no one knows, no one cares about, never was going to be spoken about again, and even Supergirl fans didn't know who this was. Nothing came of this episode. The most interesting part of this episode is the part you hated, and that was Keown and Chilblain. And even that was, yeah, it was okay. But yeah, you're allowed to like it if you want. I will tell you right now, it is a reaction video I will never watch because I don't want to watch that episode ever again, even in part. But if you liked it, good. I hope it does well for you. Yeah, I am very underwhelmed with that episode on a level I can't explain. Yeah, I feel UCG, that episode was so worse that they should have made a better episode than this one. Yeah, of course you can say that looking back, but here's the thing, and I made this argument last week to people. Okay, pitch me your episode that is still going to be budget friendly. Gotta remember, you can't be bringing in a bunch of guest stars. You can't be using superpowers. It's got to be something budget friendly. Low cost. Yeah, the episode was awful. And yeah, they could have probably made a better episode. But how much better? The Mandalorian is better than the entire sequel trilogy. Which one's the sequel? Which numbers are the sequel? Because sequel. I know 4, 5, 6 are the originals. So sequel is 7, 8, 9. I can I can hear that argument and be like, okay, fair enough. I don't know if we're getting Mutant Gang is going to play more in the season of Gotham Knights. So who knows? Maybe to connect it to the Court of Owls. Well, we'll get the leader of the Mutant Gang at least one more time because Robin literally said like, and Batman's son basically were like, yeah, let's finish that off in their own way. This is the best content I saw all night. CG versus Chainsaw. He's allowed to like it. I'm gonna just tell him why I don't. Episode 6 was horrible. There's no way Episode 7 was worse than that. It's close. Episode 6 is the worst. Episode 7 is still very bad. I watched your video from the graveyard scene with Rick Cosnet. What exactly does he say in the scene? Didn't I say it in the video? I think I say it in the video. If not, he goes, so Officer Korber goes up to him. By the way, guys, we're talking spoilers for episode 9/11 right now. So if you don't want to hear it, come back in like 25 seconds. Starting now. All right. So he said, Officer Korber comes up to him in the graveyard. He's digging the grave. She basically says something to him, probably along the lines of like, hey, that's like Eddie's grave. What are you doing? And he replies, I am Eddie. I am still alive, and I need to know why. So that is what he says. Why? Who knows? But that was the scene. All right. Y'all can come back now. How did the Becky Sharp make it to the writer's room? Oh, how did Becky Sharp make it to the writer's room? Because they needed a cheap episode. I think after watching that episode, you're probably thinking, I don't want to see that episode again. Huh? CG, I think after watching that episode, you are probably thinking, I don't want to see that episode again. Okay. I don't want to see it again. Better episode would have been Iris and Barry hanging out at their apartment watching TV. Honestly, yeah. honestly, yes. It would be funny if someone said this episode of The Flash is better than Superman Lois. No, that would not be funny. That would be sick That would be a sick joke. Can't wait for them to explain how Eddie is alive. Yeah. All right. So Gotham Knights is so far holding my attention. I watched episode 2 and 3 this morning because I had forgot about episode 2 last week altogether. So I watched episode 2 and 3 together this morning, and yeah, I'm so far enjoying it. I am interested enough that I think it'll probably keep me for the whole season. I think they've done enough in the first 3 episodes for me to care enough about these characters to follow it through for the season. Whether or not, if they get a second season, do I continue, will remain to be seen based on how the last 10 episodes go. But yeah, right now, good. Sounds very interesting every time you explain it. Can't wait to see everything unfold. Yeah, hopefully it's as good as your ambition for it to be good is. If that made any sense, it didn't. I heard the words come out of my mouth, and in my brain they made sense, but as I said the words, I'm like, does that make sense? An episode is if Barry and Iris went to the movie theater and saw John Wick. Oh, if only, eh? I wish we could keep Misha Collins as Harvey longer before turning into Two-Face. If I thought there would be a season 2, I would hold off on Two-Face longer. Yeah, fair enough. I think they realize that one season is all they're guaranteed, so they need to play the cards while they can in the hopes of stretching it out to get a season 2. I like Gotham Knights. It's not bad. I'm interested to see more of the Court of Owls too. Yeah, well, I'm sure we will definitely be seeing more of them. You like the Robin storyline? So do I. I like the Robin character so far. I like all of the characters. I like all the primary characters, and even I always forget his name. Turner Hayes is finally starting to grow on me. The first episode, I was like, he is the weakest part of the show by far. He's coming into his own now. I'm starting to feel less that now. Gotham Knights so far is a 7.3 for me, in my opinion. All right, well, I don't know if 7.3 is good or bad for you. For me, it's about a 7, which is for me is watchable. I would say it is okay. Let's say it had an episode comparable to episode 6 or 7 of The Flash. Let's say an episode like that happened on this show. That could be enough to deter me to want to continue it. But right now they haven't had that. They have so far kept above good. So yeah. To be honest, I like Carrie Kelly, just not the suit and goggles. Fair enough. The goggles, that's kind of like a tech thing. She needs it to do tech stuff. But yeah, fair enough. Okay, guys, I am really running low on energy here, so I am gonna put off my John Wick review for another day. Maybe I'll do a stream on Friday. I don't know. We'll see. But I am really wiped out here. I still have to eat before I go to bed. The kids really need some disguises. How is it possible that they're not caught? They freaking hang out in that clock tower. Because we're to believe that is a place no one will look for them. And where do they really go that they need disguises? I mean, everything they've done so far has been sneakily. And the one time that one of them did go anywhere public, they did wear a disguise when the brother from the brother-sister combo went into the police station. Seeing Harvey as police As the police always remind me of Supernatural because of the actor. Fair enough. You think Turner will become Batman in the end of the season? Nah. Flash took all of CG's energy away. Really, it did, man. It really did. I have not felt this burned out by one single episode in a long time, man. Last week's episode was bad, but I still managed to watch it. This one, there was a couple points in this episode where I was sitting here in front of the TV on my screen, and my thought process wasn't, okay, let me try and figure out what's going on. My thought process was, can we get to a commercial break already? I had the thought process of, could we get to a commercial break? Yeah. Ooh. When the trailer said Malcolm, correct. They could go to the Arrow Cave. No one else is using it. Different city. Different city, different universe. All right, guys. Unless someone has a super chat in like the next minute, I'm probably wrapping this up. So I'm just going to type in the chat the message everyone's expecting. Any comments beyond this post will almost likely not get read or reply to unless it's a super chat and send dot go. All right, what did I see? I was ready to stop watching the episode when they first showed the police station scene. Oh, at that point, I wasn't out of the episode yet because I didn't know what was going on yet. But they were starting to lose me not long after that. All right, have a good one, Destroyer. Okay, I am done. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. Please, dear Bebo, make next week's episode less bad than this one. I will. If season 6 was the low point of the season, and season 7 was slightly better than season 6, episode 6. I am so sorry, episode 6. Let's hope episode 8 is slightly better. Then episode 9 is the big one we're all waiting for. So let's hope that it's actually an uphill climb. Oh, I'm really tired all of a sudden. All right, guys. I will see you in the future. I have nothing to add. This was an exhausting day. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you when I am slightly more alert than this. Like I said, I might do another chat maybe like Friday or something to talk about John Wick and any other comments that come up about these things when I'm more alert. But right now, I'm not. All right. Thanks, guys. I will see you in the future. Bye.